So thank you for being here. Kashika ko bolte, she has just switched off the video, which is not good. Okay. 2 minutes, but you are there, right? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay, fine. Good. So I welcome you guys here after a lot of this and that and this date, that date, not no kids, with kids, everything gone. Now we are finally here. After a lot of things to be in place now, finally. Okay. So, and Kakuli has again given a good jhatka that she will leave midway. Okay. Your loss, technically. So, whatever. Okay. So, pendulum. इतना हाइप नहीं है पेंडुलम के बारे में जितना बेचारा ये हाइप क्रिएट हो गया इस क्लास के लिए लेकिन पेंडुलम इज अ वेरी सिंपल divinatory tool, okay, which all of us can use and should use with other divinatory tools as well. Okay, frankly, anybody in this world can use pendulums. Okay, it is that simple because all of us are born with a sense which is the sixth sense other than the five senses and which is our intuition. So if we are connected with our intuition in a nice way, we can obviously work with the pendulum in a brilliant way. Having said that, if you keep doubting that you don't have your intuitive qualities in place, even then you can use a pendulum. Because I know the next question could be, "Arey, mera to intuition hi kaam nahi kar raha hai itne din se. I don't know, I am not meditating, so probably kaam nahi kar raha hai." And this and that. So chill, take a chill pill. Because as I tell you in tarot as well, that your subconscious mind has all your answers. It's as simple as that. So actually, if you're in, we all are in touch with our subconscious mind, and we do get in touch every day when we are asleep, when we are sleeping, when we are in the dream state. So that is the time when our astral body actually moves ahead 15 days and sees things which are going to happen in your life. And then the physical body takes that path along. Okay. So similarly, like the subconscious mind, with the same concept, the subconscious mind has all the answers. So some people say that the movement of the pendulum is an idiomotor response of the body. So you are not moving it, it is moving on your own with the knowledge and the guidance of your subconscious and your higher self, which is in place. So we all have a higher self. Do we know that? Are we all on the same page? Cool. So yes, so all of us have our own higher selves, and the higher selves and the spirit guides are there to help us and guide us all along our life, be it with pendulum or without pendulum. But we need to be in alignment with our own higher self, which is the most important part of the story. Okay? Because the higher self and the spirit guides know what is good for you, what is not good for you, and what is your destined path. That is the GPS. So we have to be aligned with our GPS to take things forward. Okay, so pendulum is a tool which connects you to your higher self to derive and get all the answers, whatever the story could be. Should I have tea or coffee? You can check that too. It can go to that level as well. Okay, should I take a bus from here or an auto or a taxi or I should drive? You can check that too. Cool. So we can go to that level as well. Which if you have 4-5 oracle decks or 4-5 tarot decks, you can actually choose which deck should you read your cards from today. You can check that too. So pendulum can be anything and everything. Okay. So people have been using pendulum since a very, if we go back, it's like, 8,000 years back. This was also a tool which was used then. And in the late 1500s, the scientist Galileo, he actually saw a chandelier swing from the ceiling of the Cathedral of Pisa. And that is how he got into this story, and he started understanding how pendulum work for measuring time. Okay. So people actually gather data and they see energy in the form of spirit. This is all through the pendulum. Okay. So people are actually unaware that they have the answers inside them because the conscious self likes to take over all the time. It is our ego, okay, which takes over all the time and makes us think that मैं ही हूँ जो हूँ. आप अंदर के subconscious self को या inner self को भूल ही जाते हो at the time because the voice is very soft, it's in brief, and you really have to be aligned to it. Whereas the ego keeps talking all the time, which is your conscious mind. Okay, so basically this is what happens. So your higher self, and so when your ego is taking over, the higher self is closed off and your intuition is closed off totally. Okay, So it's very easy to live like this in our day-to-day life. In the age we are living in, okay, it is very, very easy. Our lives are really busy and we have these fearful voices in our heads, okay, which can take over so easily as we get caught up in our everyday process of life, correct? We actually at times forget to stop, breathe, relax, and look within also, that when we need answers. हम क्या होता है, सबसे पहले आंसर चाहिए कोई भी चीज का लाइफ में, okay, what do? Google, as simple as that. We don't even give 1 second to ourselves कि शायद ये मुझे पता होगा, हो सकता है मुझे पता हो, राइट? बट कौन सोचेगा यार, गूगल है ना, पहले मम्मी होती थी और अब गूगल है, सिंपल, करेक्ट? सो यही सेम इशू यहाँ पे भी हो रखा है, इट इज द सेम थिंग. सो स्टॉप एंड रिफ्लेक्ट, यू माइट एक्चुअली नो द आंसर. And that is how Pendulum is helping you, okay? Because that's how the Pendulum, it is a great tool because it makes you stop, breathe, relax, and go within. So you can't just pick up a pendulum in a jiffy and just start, trying to dowse it. It will not give you answers. As simple as that. So it is a wonderful, it's not only, it doesn't give you only answers, okay, and gain guidance and get answers, but it will also help you locate resources at times. So people usually use pendulum to find out underground resources as well. पानी कहाँ से निकल रहा है, metal है कि नहीं है, यहाँ पे oil drill कर सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते हैं, and things like that. Okay, so this was the practice what was used in the previous years, thousands of years back. So now what happens, people like, not, I would not say us like therapists, but people who hypnotize, they also use pendulums. Easy to remember. You douse a pendulum in front of somebody's eyes. You can put that person to sleep because this movement is so relaxing. 2 seconds bhi nahi lagega wo bande ko sone mein to come into trance. He'll go into the theta state. Okay, it is as simple as that, and it is very, 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 very fast. Okay, so if you see it on TV also, you'll see that somewhere it starts affecting your mind. Okay, because it gives rest to that, because as such we have a constant chatter in our mind, which is on all the time, the inner talk. Okay, with that pendulum, if you start focusing, that inner talk starts to go down and your focus becomes more, you become focused on that pendulum. And that is when you watch it, when it's moving and you keep watching it, you'll just drift off to sleep right away. Actually, the inner talk doesn't let you sleep. That is what it is. Okay. So we use pendulums for the basic answers. Yes, no, maybe it's not the right time to know the answer. And spiritually, you can connect with your guides. You can connect with your angels, your ancestors, or whomever you resonate with in that spiritual realm. Okay. So they're used in different kind of energy work as well, in different modalities. Okay. To balance your chakras and your energy points. We do that. We do cleansing with pendulums. Okay. You can also locate if a person has any infection, any ailment, or any allergy, and where is the root of that. You can also detect that through pendulums. Okay. They clear spaces as well. So space clearing is also possible through pendulums. You can find missing items in your house, fortune telling. Okay. Some people say that you can talk to pets also through a pendulum. Because I know there are two, we have 2 parents here, 2 pets, and 3, sorry, even Vandana is there. Yes. So, yes. So, oh, she has 2 pets. Okay. So Kashika has some 7 cats and some 13 dogs, or I have mixed it up something. And Kakuli has 23 cats. Okay. Chalo. She's like thinking, I just have 2. Anyways. Okay. So, yeah. So kya ho raha hai ki sometimes if you feel that the pendulum is not giving you answers, okay, and then what do people do? Kya ye to kaam hi nahi kar raha, and they'll just keep it aside. Okay, and then they never try again. But believe me, pendulum takes practice, it takes patience, and again you have to be relaxed. You can't just get into that space and right away start dowsing a pendulum. Okay. Because at times people don't have the patience in the beginning years because it's very difficult for them to understand that the movement is difficult to interpret. Okay. And so the answers to the questions could be probably indirect. So जिनके लिए ये finer movements जिनको नहीं समझ आते हैं, उनके लिए कई बार ये difficult हो जाता है समझना that which way is the pendulum moving and is it confusing me more or is it, telling me something basically. Okay? Whereas frankly, it is very, very, very easy to use, and it just needs some practice, patience, and belief, and acceptance that your higher self is working and it's telling you the right answers. Because we start doubting, and the minute we doubt, that is where the problem arises. Okay? So this is basically a tool which you should nurture, respect, okay, and try and connect with. So because it looks very simple, that at times it's very difficult to believe that ये इतनी सी चीज भी हमें सही answers दे सकती है. Is it only that one thing which can actually give us such big and clear answers? So we generally don't want to believe that also. Okay. So if you're working with the pendulum, you have to remove your doubts and then try with the pendulum. Okay. And if you're doubting it, then you should not do it that day. So these are really, they are made in a number of shapes. So you guys have one shape. This is a cone. This is not exactly a cone, but a conical kind of a shape. Okay. They are made with crystals, metals, wooden also. And kai baar hota hai ki people, if they don't have anything, they would just hang a ring from a chain. Okay. So anything which is suspended, has weight below from a string or a chain, works like a pendulum. Okay. So technically, if I wanted, I could have taken just 1 second, Vandana. Yeah, I would have taken Neeti that day with a chain make ring dalke, but I didn't want to do that because it's her first experience. And if probably that would not have worked for her, then she would have had doubt in the entire process, which I didn't want to do. But we could have actually done that. Okay. Yes, Vandana, tell.
So can I put my ring in this right now? Abhi ke liye?
Abhi ke liye agar lekin nahi hua to fir issue ho jayega aapko. Abhi ke liye apna time hai. If your son comes around and sticks it, nothing like it, then it's done.
I don't think he'll be coming before 5. I have my doubts.
Acha, you don't have anything, you don't have a quick fix or anything at home? No. Okay. See, let's wait. If he doesn't come by any, by then we'll do that. We'll take a ring and we'll do it.
Because the ring,
but not this string. You'll have to take a gala wala chain, a normal chain, and put your ring in there.
I don't wear a gala ka chain.
So that I can't help.
I wear rings, that's it.
Yeah, I got that, but that is how it works. If not this, then that is the substitute.
And I can't put the ring in this.
No, but it will not get logged now. Babu, how will you put
No,
it?
I'll do it. Ruko, 1 second.
No, it was too short. It become too short. 1 second. Arey, let's not get distracted. You do it later. You do it later. I want to cover as much as I can before Kakoli leaves. So we can do this experiment of string and ring later. Okay. When I'll teach, I'll tell you how to do it. Okay. Let me just go ahead with the class and see how much can I complete till the time she wants to leave. Okay. So it's like anything else in life. Okay. It's like anything in life that you need to form a connection to what you're with. You really need to have a connection. So if you would not have had a connection with me, do you think you would have come for a class? I don't think you would have. Okay. So basically, otherwise the energy between us will not work. How much ever I try to download things on you, you would not take it. Okay. So basically with everything, you need to have a connection. With tarot, if you understand, you had to become used to the tarot cards. You have to align your energy with the tarot cards, correct? Same with your angel deck. You had to connect your energy with the angel deck, right? Reiki, you have to get aligned. You have to have that initiation in Reiki or maybe in pranic healing as well, correct? So everything is energy at the end of the day. So there has to be a common connect between you, an energy connect between you and the other modality which you're doing. And it's exactly the same way how the pendulum also works. Okay, it's on the same lines. So basically, if you see, it combines a simple appearance with a mystical and a nuanced function by responding to your body's own energetic field in conjunction with your higher self and intuition. So this is an idiomotor response which is going through my hand. If I keep it, this is how you keep it. This should be resting on the table usually, but I am a practiced person. That is why I'm not doing it. But you can keep this resting on the table so that any error of you feeling that you're consciously moving the pendulum is removed. Okay. So this movement in your wrist and your arm is called the ideomotor reflex, which is happening, which means the muscles in your arms are moved by your subconscious mind, the activity here in your brain. Okay. So by asking you, when you're asking a question, your energy field is responding to what your inner self already knows subconsciously. So, but consciously you are unaware because you're so conditioned to closing off your intuition and instead listening to your rational mind. See, I know people here whom, like all three of you, all four of you, you guys are not probably closing off your mind because you are into some or the other kind of modality learning, right? And you're using it. But general public usually does that. हम भी कई बार करते हैं ऐसा काम, ऐसा नहीं है. Even we close our, subconscious side and we listen to our rational mind. Many a times we do that. But when we move ahead and we realize that we've seen a red signal, that is when we realize that, oh God, what are we doing? You have to get connected to your intuition again. Correct? Sorry. So the pendulum is basically receiving information from your auric field, that is your energy field, by your higher self, and beyond, which is the other spiritual guides. And it acts like a transmitter of that energy through your arm swing and the swinging motion of the pendulum string. Okay. Though this idea that the pendulum swings as an extension of a spirit has its own, we have a number of skeptical thoughts against this also. But the more you believe and trust this fact, because frankly, even scientists haven't been able to prove it otherwise. Okay. So the more you believe in this art, somehow, you see, the stronger your answers will be, and you so stick with this belief if you want to, try it out. So if you're nervous, if you're anxious, or if you're angry, or if you're experiencing any other emotional turmoil inside, the muscle movements won't work properly. Okay. So to get the answers your inner self wants to have, your muscles need to be relaxed. They do not have to be fighting any adrenaline kind of a hormonal elevation in your body. Okay. Easily you need to relax yourself. You need to be in a slight calm, meditative kind of a situation. Okay. The disruptions which occur in your body due to your emotions can block the energy, okay, that is used to move your pendulum. So that is why it is extremely important to stay relaxed and be in a state of emotional balance when you're using the pendulum. So if you're very stressed about something, okay, maybe I'm just picking a Vandana. If she's very stressed about her son's marriage, probably. Okay. And then she picks up the pendulum, kab hoegi shaadi, kab hoegi ki nahi hoegi pehle, this year hoegi ki nahi hoegi. So obviously the stress is working. Yeah, hoegi ki nahi hoegi, wo to no ki taraf aap khud hi answer ko push karte jaoge. Because it is somewhere you are getting stressed about it. Right? And you might not actually find an answer to it. Okay. So things like that. So, I mean, this is a very simple example, but yeah, something on those lines. Why did I pick up this example? Because she's emotionally connected to that person. And so she can get emotionally haywire about it. Okay. So other factors that can prompt misleading answers could be dehydration and your diet. So if your muscles don't have an adequate supply of nutrition and fluids, that is also a reason it will not move properly. So diet and water is very, 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 very important. So if you're dehydrated, the movement could, get into a very jerky kind of a movement. You'll feel very lethargic and simply put off, and you'll have no energy. So आपको करने की इच्छा होते हुए भी आप कर नहीं पाओगे, ठीक है? Another thing is placement of your arm. So if your arm is too close to the side of your body, it may pick up the movement of your chest as you breathe, okay? Which can also lead to a lot of false movements in your arm. So it has to be at the right distance, and then you realize that it is moving very properly. So I am keeping it like, almost 12 inches away from my heart. Okay. अभी आपको movement बताएगा नहीं वो, because अभी time है, उसको entrain करना पड़ता है. We have to train our pendulum. You have to understand what is its yes movement, what is its no movement, and then it starts answering. Okay. So your higher self, all of us know that it works from our heart and not from our head. Okay. And only it will bring guidance which is based out of love. Basic knowledge about any kind of modality. Yeah. So your higher self works with your guides, your angels, the divine, the universe, whosoever you resonate with, okay, and it knows everything about you. Just like it's having your own personal encyclopedia, which is also known as the Akashic records. Okay, so the Akashic records have everything stored about you, your past lives, your present life, and your future. And as the spirit guides have their own identities, okay, and personalities, very much like the angels, gods, goddesses, and other deities, okay. So a higher self is a part of you in your etheric body. Etheric body is your energy body, okay, which is generally usually 4 inches from your physical body, okay. Everyone has psychic abilities, all of us have, but they only manifest if you tune in and use them. So all of us have gone through experiences of deja vu. We all know what deja vu is. Something which is happening in your life and then you get a feeling that, oh shit, ye to ho chuka hai pehle. You know, I've already gone through this and this is what you'll answer right now. And this person will just enter in this room. You know all the movements at that point in time. And it just happens like that, okay? Then you all have this gut feeling. Do we use this word very usually that, yes, I had a gut feeling that this is what will happen. Are you guys yawning? Is the class so boring?
No, not boring, but this is post lunch and this is like siesta time.
Yeah, it's siesta time, but you're also in the you know, the posture of siesta. So please leave your Vishnu pose and please you have your spine erect and sit straight. So that
I'm
you
not
don't fall off.
yawning, Kriti. I'm not.
I know you were not yawning. Kakuli was yawning. But the point is that you need to sit straight for not to fall asleep. Okay, that is one point. And are you guys understanding or I'm going too fast?
No, I just wanted to ask you, जैसे कि तुमने अभी वो idio something बोला and then the
motor response.
Will you be sending us notes or something इसके बाद?
No, there's nothing much for notes here actually, but there's only here to understand and then just start practicing.
Idiopathic you said ना?
मोटर MOTOR.
ठीक है. Because कुछ बहुत सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहे ढंग से.
अच्छा, या मैं बहुत फास्ट तो नहीं जा रही हूँ? Am I at the right speed?
Perfectly right.
Okay. No, because somewhere you guys are very mum and you're just watching me as if some you know, cinema is happening. So I thought, let me just check.
You were muted.
Oh, thank you so much. But even then, yes. Okay. So
no more. अगर बोलने लग जाएंगे तो आप डिस्टर्ब हो जाओगे.
Oh, but अपने points note कर लेना please. ऐसा नहीं हो कि मेरे को disturb नहीं होने के चक्कर में skip हो जाए. हाँ. Okay, that's so considerate.
Like I had learned a bit of pendulum when we were doing animal communication course. We actually find lost animals through pendulum.
Yes.
So हम map के ऊपर दिखा के, so we actually understand कि कौन से area में dogs जा सकते हैं या cat जा सकते हैं. So this.
Yes. Similarly, जैसे हम ये बता रहे हैं, वैसे ही pets को जैसे ढूंढते हैं, वैसे ही हम कोई भी चीज map पे ढूंढ सकते हैं through the help of pendulum. So even if you want to locate, you know, maybe water or you want to look at resources or something like that, that is also possible. Supposedly you have lost something.
Can I just go for a minute and get a diary to write the notes? Because
yes,
I don't have
please.
any.
Please.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yes. So even if you lose something in your house, like, you know, maybe if you lose a ring and if you know कि room में कहीं पे है, तो you can make a rough sketch of your room with the almirah and everything, and then you can rotate your pendulum on that and you will know that if you've lost it there or not. That is another way. Okay, cool. So this is my first class where I'm seeing pets all over. Okay, इधर कशिका के सामने से जा रहा है एक dog, वहाँ वंदना के बेड पे एक dog आ गया, अभी थोड़ी देर बाद में काकुली के सर के पीछे से जाएगी कोई cat. So ये सही है. This is a different feeling altogether.
मैम मेरे क्लास में मीटिंग्स में यही प्रॉब्लम होता है. कभी हो रहा है अचानक कोई कैट या डॉग कोई आ रहा है, सारा टेंशन वहां चला जाता है. मीटिंग इज ऑल डन.
We are done for the day. The showstopper is here. Cool. Okay, resuming back. So where was I? Akashic records. Okay, so Akashic records have everything stored about us. Okay, your past lives, your present, and your future. Okay, so these spirit guides also have their own personalities, like all the angels you've read about and everything. Okay, so I was on psychic abilities. So everybody has psychic abilities. Okay, but they only manifest if you are in tune with them and you use them. So if you've gone through deja vu in your life, or if you have a gut feeling, okay, to not to do something about something, and generally, like, you know, if you walk into a room and you really get this strange eerie feeling, so ये सब क्या है हो रहा है? ये सब आपका intuition, आपका higher self आपको आपसे बात करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. It's trying to tell you and give you guidance. Okay. For some people, it comes very naturally and very easily, but for others, it could be, you know, it could be a task to really trust yourself and listen to the abilities. Okay. And that might take some time, but finally you will be there. Also tuning into your clairs. So people who have done angel with me, they know what I'm talking about. Clairs are, you know, clair is basically all about your senses, the 5 senses which we have. Okay. So it takes
Spelling?
CLAIRS. CLAIRS. Okay. So it is to take advantage of the body's way of giving you guidance. Okay. And pointing you towards your psychic ability, which is the most dominating one. So we usually use the word clairvoyance, right? If you guys can connect with this word, it's very commonly used. That means clearly seeing. You're having clear visions about something which is about to happen or which might be happening somewhere. Then you have clairaudience, which is about clear hearing, that you hear voices in the background. Okay, you tend to hear a lot of sounds and voices in the background, and they're trying to guide you. Okay, not everybody hears that. So when we had shifted, it's a very common example I keep telling this all the time for clairaudience, that when we had shifted to Singapore, I used to hear a lot of sound in the house, okay, and weird sounds, like, you know, as if people are talking and there's a lot of murmur going on and things like that. And I used to tell my husband, and we had a trash shoot in between, in the middle of the house. So he used to tell me कि अरे ये तुमको shoot की आवाज आ रही है, कोई भी सामान फेंकता है और तुम्हें बार-बार लगता है कि तुम्हें आवाजें सुनाई दे रही है. And I could hear serious voices, okay, and I was so. It's not me though, it's not like me, but I was very scared. I used to not go into the rooms after 6 p.m. Like till the time he didn't used to, like, you know, he was never back from work. And I used to only stay in the hall. So this was clairaudience. And then finally I connected with Michael, Archangel Michael, and I took his help in clearing the sounds and everything got settled. After that, I didn't hear. Because it really gave me a very grave feeling. Also, the stress that we had signed the contract for 2 years. So I was wondering कि इन आवाजों के साथ मैं जीऊंगी कैसे 2 साल तक, you know, kind of a thing. Okay. So somewhere you hear all those voices. At times it is very, very, very clear. Okay. Then clairsentience, which is a sense of clear feeling, that you have a feeling inside कि ये सही होगा, ये सही नहीं होगा. You know, कई बार अपने को पहले gut feel आने लग जाता है कि ये करके समझ आ रहा है कि ठीक होगा कि नहीं होगा, kind of a thing. Clear cognizance is sense of knowing. It's clear knowing that at times, okay, this is quite personal, but when I was a kid also, somewhere I knew that I'll have issues in conceiving a child. This is clear knowing. That times it was berserk, that ye kya hai, bakwas kahan se aa raha hai, but now I know where it probably was coming from, right? So this is a basic sense of clear knowing, that you know something and which has no data. It has no data to back you. Ki kahan se ho raha hai, correct? So something like that. Then giving yourself to this process obviously brings out the spiritual aspect of your life as well. Okay. And over time, it can open you to a greater scale of living, because then this becomes more like a, you know, your way of living. You start to see things in a different light altogether. So when you're obviously guided by love, you will emit more love. And that is the final goal of every being, I guess. Okay. I'm not throwing it on you that this should be your goal, but usually that is the goal which people have, that I have to, we all want to be love beings, right? मुंह से निकलो तो प्यार बरसे, but ऐसा बरसता नहीं है usually, but बरसना चाहिए, correct? आशा तो रखते हैं, कभी ना कभी तो होगा लाइफ में. So your connection to the higher self and spiritual guides is a lifelong relationship. Yeah, we know that. ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी spiritual guides are active and then 10 दिन बाद inactive हो जाएंगे and they'll be like, अरे छोड़ो, बात नहीं करना है, बताना नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं होता है. They're always around you. They are always there to guide you. We just keep, you know, shifting modes. We stop connecting or we don't get attached to them and take guidance, but they are always there to help us and guide us in a proper way. Okay. So this is how things are. So what I see now, the best part is that pendulums are very small. They are compact. They're very affordable and they can be used anywhere. You can carry it in your pocket. You can carry it in your purse. You can just carry it with you along. Okay. But हाँ ठीक है, some people might have reservations कि मैं कहीं भी निकाल के कहीं भी शुरू नहीं हो सकती. you can technically. Okay, you just have that courage. So it's not only used for yourself, but it can be used for others also. But mind you, with their permission. Same like tarot or angels, without somebody else's free will, you cannot do questions. Why is Abhishek Bachchan not having a second child? I can't go and ask till the time I take permission from Abhishek Bachchan, right? So this is something which I need to know. Okay, you can use it for your garden, you can use it for your pets, you can use it for the food you eat. That is इसके अंदर कितना unorganic है ये organic food. I can check that too also. Okay.
Yeah, how sattvic is it? How healthy is it?
Yeah, what is the nutrition? How is the nutrition value? How much liquor does this alcohol have? Anything you want to check on this planet, you can actually check. Okay. Yes, Kakul, you're saying something? Okay. So, should I have pasta for dinner or not? Or should I buy those black boots or not? Or did I leave my glasses in the car or things like that? You know, anything for that matter, you can check with your pendulum. So with the pendulum, the swinging motion brings you to a meditative state. अगर आप खुद भी इसको 5-7 minutes से ज़्यादा देखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी, you will fall into a proper trance. Okay. So कभी नींद नहीं आए रात को, you can just take out your pendulum and start swinging it, and you'll fall asleep, even though your spouse is like shocked कि मेरी wife को और या मेरे husband को क्या हो गया, you know, that kind of thing. ये क्या हो रहा है पागलपन kind of a story. But yes, you can sleep.
हम ये आइडिया पहले नहीं दे सकते थे.
पहले नहीं दे सकते थे. अरे यार, तुमने भी तो सीखा है पेंडुलम थोड़ा सा एनिमल कम्युनिकेशन.
बट ये नींद वाला नहीं पता था.
आज चलो ट्राई.
I mean, this was like much needed.
अरे करा जा रहे हो, कोशिश करो और नहीं हो तो मेरे को बताना मत. So okay, so obviously it helps you focus, relax, and stop your stressful thoughts. Okay, that is the way it helps you in meditating and getting sleep. Okay, so how do you do for meditation? You basically hold your pendulum. Okay, so you put it in front of you and you allow it to move freely. So now it may move from side to side or in a circular pattern. It could be anything. Okay, just focusing on this will give you a very wonderful and a relaxed state of mind. And your brain activity will just calm down and you'll get into a theta state. And theta is the calmest state for the brain waves. Okay, and generally we are working out of alpha and beta. Okay. So it is basically, yeah. So with other divination tools also, you can actually use the pendulum. Okay. So with tarot also you can combine this. With angels also you can combine this. With pranic healing also you can combine. With Reiki also you can combine. It's not like and obviously it is a standalone also. But उनके साथ भी आप इसको combine कर सकते हो. They complement each other. Okay. So if you want to just check, you know, if you want to use through Reiki, or you can connect, not through Reiki. If you want to do it through Reiki, you can connect with your spirit guides with this. You can do energy clearing with this. And how do you do that? You sit comfortably in any area in your, probably in the middle of your house. Okay. And hold the pendulum out in front of you. Now ask the pendulum to remove any negative, stagnant, and unwanted energy from the house. And this energy is to be moved to deep underground for transmutation. Okay? So the negative energy will change in the earth and turn into positive energy. तो आप वहाँ भी कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं कर रहे हो. अगर उसको नीचे भेज रहे हो तो भी कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं कर रहे हो. ठीक है? So this process is called perpetual transmutation, in which energy is moving all the time and changing forms. So I am choosing earth for the energy to be transmuted as I feel grounded beneath us and gives us new life. The ground beneath us and gives us new life. Okay. Therefore, the negative energy will be giving new life. Somewhere आप भलाई कर रहे हो. The point here is that you can sit and just set an intention in your mind. Okay, I'll tell you how to entrain this and then it will work for you. But you have to sit with the intention that you're clearing out any negative energy from the house, any stagnant, stale, old, negative energy from your house. Okay. For Kakuli, you can do it on every floor because you have 2-story, 3-story. Even for Vandana, I think they're 2-story. So you can do it for every floor. Kashika also, I think, right? All these people, yes. Iske liye easy hai, Neeti ke liye easy hai. Neeti is just sit in your hall if it is in the middle of the house and just do it. Okay, it will clear all the space in the house. So any space.
We just have one right now.
Oh, then it's fine. Cool. Okay. So right now you should do it more because you are staying in somebody else's house right now for the time being, right? It is not your own space. So you can do it now as well.
This is our place. एक minute. This is ours. This is ours. It's not, nobody stayed here before, but it's in a society. It's a building.
Okay, then do it because अगर बंद था काफी टाइम से तो stagnant energies होंगी. ठीक है? So do it. And usually what I do is that I take this pendulum all around the house and I keep clearing it. So wherever, I'll come to that, the rest of the part of this, because if abhi bataungi to confuse ho jaoge. But it will start to clear energies from all the pockets of the house also, like every nick and corner of the house. Okay, you keep just moving and take the pendulum and the pendulum keeps moving. So वो clear होती जाती है energy, ठीक है? Which is a very brilliant thing other than anything else which you can do. Because space clearing is very important and all of us are into all these modalities, so we know how important it is, right? Then you can contact animals, okay? You can take dietary guidance from it. Map dowsing, as we spoke, that as she said, that you can find pets. Similarly, you can find resources, locate resources, then missing keys or any kind of thing which is missing, okay? You can also check which vacation place you should go to next on the map if you want to do that, okay? So basically you need to take out a printout of the map and then put your pendulum over it and start moving it, okay? So now there are different types of pendulums. One is a teardrop, okay, which is an inverted pendulum. I would just want to send the photo of that on the chat of your Zoom so that you guys can have a look.
See, I have this one.
हाँ, एक सेकंड नहीं थी, एक सेकंड मैं एक बार ये भेज दूँ. हाँ, this is the teardrop one. I've sent the photo on Zoom chat. Yes, show. दिखाओ.
No snap, Kriti.
हाँ, this is conical. This is six faceted or 12 faceted, 12 sided or 6 sided. देखो इसमें 6
Kriti,
sides है क्या?
no.
Just go on the chat of Zoom
No
ना.
snap.
Zoom के chat पे
हाँ,
जाइए.
Zoom के chat पे देखा नहीं आया.
किसी को भी
नहीं
दिखा?
आया.
नहीं है
नहीं.
कुछ.
दिख गया. कशिका को भी दिख गया. I think
मुझे नहीं
को भी
दिखा.
दिख रहा है. उसका चैट आपको प्रेस करना पड़ेगा. नीचे जो चैट का ऑप्शन आ रहा है उस पे जाइए.
हाँ, पर वो chat खाली है.
Amazing. ठीक है, उसने WhatsApp पे भेज दिया. Just check on WhatsApp.
Now it's come.
You can
Yeah,
check it on
now
WhatsApp.
got it. Yep.
Kakuli seen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Cool. This is called the teardrop inverted pendulum. Okay. It's in the shape of a teardrop, as simple as that. Then you have the chambered ones. Let me send you the chambered ones also. So I'm
Okay,
just-
Daksh has come back and he hasn't got the glue. He hasn't got the gum.
He hasn't got, as in he didn't find it or he forgot.
No, he forgot about it.
So he can again go and get from somewhere close. Because it will be
he
difficult
can't
for
because
you.
he's going back to the house.
Frankly, it will be
So
difficult.
abhi to वापस आ रहे हैं. Let me see if I can manage to give him some sense. I'll be back 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm just sending the photos. Please be back. Yeah. This is the chambered one. Or you guys want me to send it on WhatsApp only? तो सबको दिख जाएगा.
Send it on WhatsApp.
I'll send it on WhatsApp. So see, this is the chambered one. वो क्या होता है कि खुल जाता है. There's a chamber which has been, created. See it on
What's
WhatsApp.
the purpose of this chamber?
हाँ, so chambered one में क्या होता है? You can put a crystal there. You can put, you can put a note also. You can put a person's photo also, जिसके लिए आप करना चाह रहे हो ये healing process. ठीक है? कई लोग इसमें oil भी डालते हैं, aroma oil भी डालते हैं, and then they do the cleansing process.
Okay, can you please repeat that? I'm sorry, I was
Yeah, so
trying
just check your WhatsApp. I have sent a photo of the chambered pendulum.
Okay, WhatsApp में देखते हैं, रुको एक second, हाँ. Okay.
So people usually put oil in the chamber, or they put photo of a person whom they are working for, healing, or they put crystals in this. Okay, similar to the chambered one is a caged one. I have shared the caged one here, but it's typically open. The cage is open, so you can see what is inside. Whereas in chambered ones, it's enclosed. So you can add herbs also if you want in the chambered ones. और केज वन में क्या होता है, आपको थोड़े से बड़ा कुछ भी आप डाल सकते हो, मे बी क्रिस्टल्स थोड़े से बड़े हैं, आप वो भी डाल सकते हो. ठीक है? चक्रा वर्क के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. सो इफ यू हैव डिफरेंट चक्रा क्रिस्टल्स विथ यू, and if you want to energize and then put in the use the pendulum for chakra work, then you can put in the right crystal for the right chakra and then use it. It does work. It's a double-edged thing. Yeah, it works together. Yes. Then the next one is a hexagonal one, which I'll again send. Wait. This is what Neeti had shown, I think. Similar to this. इसमें 6-sided भी आता है, 12-sided भी आता है. So these are all basically, these are just shapes, but yeah. Then sophoroton is the one which you have, which I had sent to you guys. There's a round sphere with a metal point at the bottom. Okay. And this pendulum is very sensitive to vibrations due to the pointed metal tip and the symmetry of the sphere on top. So it is known to be very accurate. The answers through this are known to be very, very accurate. Okay. Then you have the Markaba ones. Uski photo mere paas maine download ki hai. This is the one which you guys have, which I'm sending right now. And then you have the Markaba shaped ones. Uski photo nahi hai abhi mere paas mein. I can Google though, but yeah. So Markaba is basically a complex shape that is the base of a sacred geometry. And okay, it has. So Markaba, how many people know angels here? Kashika knows. Kakali knows. Neeti also knows angels. Yeah. Vandana, I'm not sure.
No.
If you know Archangel Metatron, he has a Markaba. Correct? So I think, see Kashika has sent. Thanks, yeah. ये जो आप ऊपर देख रहे हो ना,
the star.
The star, yes, that is a Markaba. That shape is called as a Markaba. Okay. So basically it is 3-dimensional Star of David. It is also called that. And there are 2 pyramids which have been fused together to form a 3-dimensional 8-pointed star. Okay. And it comes from an Egyptian word, okay, which is Mar means light, Ka means spirit, and Ba means body. MER is light, KA is spirit, BA is body. So it is holding the connection to all the forms of light and spirit that surround our energy field. And iske andar jo upward pyramid hota hai, it is also known as the male energy and the yang, and which connects us to the divine. While the downward pyramid is the female energy and the yin, which connects us to Mother Earth.
Ka is
spirit.
Spirit, and then Ba is body.
Ba is body.
Okay.
So this Markaba wala pendulum is used to form higher connections to the spirit realm. Are we all clear till here? All clear? So now you know how many kinds of pendulums. इसमें wooden भी आते हैं, वो एक और है, ठीक है? Metal and wooden are also there. But wooden वाले की weight बहुत कम होती है, तो कई बार error होने के chances थोड़े ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं. It can sway because of the air pressure. Okay? So usually we don't give wooden ones because I mean for beginners it becomes very difficult. Okay. So the one which I have sent to you guys, I had started with that one only, the same shape. Okay, and it gives you the confidence when you get accurate answers. Uske baad you can shift to any other, whichever you want to shift to. That is no problem. Okay. Then before we start, okay, anyone can pick up obviously a pendulum and you can let it swing between your thumb and your index finger. But if you have, there are few factors which have to be considered before you find the real and the right results for it, to get real results. Okay. So you need to resonate, you need to create space with it, you need to cleanse, program and take care of your pendulum. ठीक है? ऐसे ही नहीं कि आज यूज कर रहे हो तो बहुत प्यार से एकदम I love you बोल के कर दिया काम और उसके बाद में इसको बेचारे को लेके ड्रॉर में डाल के छोड़ दिया, दूसरा मुंह भी नहीं देखा इसका. It doesn't work like that, obviously, right? I mean, yes, at times when pendulums don't work, you don't need to say I love you to it. It's not funny. It's a thing that everything wants love in life. So yeah, so the more care and love you give to your pendulum, the more the pendulum will love you, obviously, and care you back, right? So it's all about energy exchange. If you give off negative energy to your pendulum, no doubt it will throw the same thing to you, and in 3 folds. Vapas lo, soot samet. So always remember that in order to form a wonderful relationship with your pendulum, you always need to and listen to your heart and your intuition. अभी तक तो ये तो मैंने rub करके घुसा दिया 4 बार, but you need to remember that. ठीक है? So how do you do clearing and cleansing of the energy? ठीक है? So you need to, whatever you have at home, or if you don't, you can invest in it. That you need a smudge stick, maybe a Palo Santo, or maybe some salt, something like that. Okay. You need to close your eyes. I'll tell you the entire process again. You need to close your eyes and then set your intention to remove the energy from your pendulum with the help of whatever you're using. So if I'm using salt, probably I'll put it in a bowl of salt, okay, with the same intention that whatever old, unused, stale, negative energy is there, it has to be removed. Okay. And the energy which is getting removed, usko channelize karna बहुत important है life में. Because हम लोग responsible healers हैं. हम लोग irresponsible healers नहीं हैं. हम ऐसा नहीं कि हमारे घर से गंदगी निकली तो उसको कहीं भी उठा के फेंक दो. It doesn't happen like that. You have to channel it in a proper way. So send it to Mother Earth, and she has the power to transmute it into positive energy. Okay, that recycling will happen, and that motion and that change will happen in Mother Earth. So you need to direct it very, very, very properly. Okay, so ask the energy to be removed and you will transfer it to the ground for transmutation. So it could be, you can use probably smoke to cleanse it, soil, moonlight, sunlight. Similarly, again, like, you know, how you use crystals ke liye bhi, it's the same thing. Water, salt, white light visualization, sound, maybe sound bowl or crystals. Okay. How do we create a sacred space for doing this work? You can generally have a, you know, an incense blend prepared if you want. You can put in a meditation incense blend, which has frankincense, wormwood, sandalwood, cinnamon, mugwort, and spearmint. In सबका combination से अगर if you want, you can do that. और अगर कुछ भी नहीं है, you can clearly have a sandalwood incense, you know, light it up, and that will also clear the space. So all the shosha people want to do, but if you don't want to do, it is perfectly fine. Okay. Now you need to program your pendulum, the most important thing. So you need to hold your pendulum, okay. Sage is also one point, yes, can be done. Sage is also perfectly fine. Sage hai, Palo Santo hai, ye सारी चीजें चलती, कोई issue नहीं. Anything and everything is fine. Crystals maybe also you can use clear quartz, rose quartz, then you can use amethyst, you can use black tourmaline, all these can be. So you can selenite also works well. Okay. Okay, so now programming the pendulum. So you place it in between your thumb and your index finger of your dominant hand.
Can you wash it?
You can wash it under running water. I said water, na? Under running water, you can wash it. No problem. Any other doubts still here? Anybody? All clear? Kakuli, why are you so silent? Mentally, Kakuli is in the studio. Class mein physically she's here. Your voice is breaking.
I'm
See, abhi tak till the time she was not talking na, pura clear tha sab kuch.
so I will keep listening.
So now without the video, you tell me what you were telling. Say. Are you there? I can't hear you though. Okay, fine, cool. ठीक है, चलेगा. Okay, fine. Okay. But are you there for now? Oh, you're already left. ठीक है. ठीक है. So you're holding it from that ऊपर में एक single ball दिया हुआ है. Okay, you're holding it with that, and try and rest your elbow on the table. So your wrist will remain straight. ऐसे. And your elbow can be slightly bent. So your arm should look fairly straight and aligned from your hand to your elbow. This should be very relaxed, the grip, okay? Not very tight, so that if you want the pendulum, it can easily freely move without any constrictions. Okay, and itna bhi, yahan bhi itna stress nahi aana chahiye ki अरे ये तो दुख रहा है, but इसको तो सीधा रखना है. It should not be like that also. It should be comfortable. Okay, and then we'll program the pendulum. Basically, first programming the pendulum means first of all introducing yourself to the pendulum and understanding what is its yes movement, what is the no movement, what is the maybe, and what is the not now. Not, you would not get your answers now. Okay. I'll tell you how to do it. Don't worry. Just chill. So first we have to know our pendulum. Okay. So the first few times using a pendulum is to really get to know how it will be swinging and to practice focus, patience, and trust. So picking up the pendulum and asking it questions straight off won't work. It's so important to practice and slowly get familiar with this pendulum. Okay. And then it will be easy to use when you get into the swing of it. So give your pendulum probably a time of a week. Okay. That is the getting to know you period. It's like your courtship, a small courtship with the pendulum. Okay. And asking important questions requires a lot of focus, patience, and trust. So, ये तीनों चीजें बहुत important है in any pendulum dowsing work. If you want answers straight away, okay. So instead of if you want answers straight away, okay. So don't get into this process of just right away going and starting to find out, but take time. Okay. So if you want, how can you practice this? So one exercise, what you do is finding an object exercise, that you grab a partner and then, or a family member, jo bhi ghar pe hai, ask them to hide an object in somewhere in your room. Okay. Now, once this object is placed somewhere, you sit in meditation, program your pendulum, and start asking the questions about that object's location. Okay. Then second is that you can ask a person to hide something in your home, and then sit and ask questions about the object's location. Okay. On all these things, dheere dheere karke, you will understand that you're able to get a grip on it. It's always good to, when you start practice, it is always good to start with the cleansing process of your pendulum after your session by removing the energies that might have got absorbed, okay, while you were working with it, okay? And always ask the higher self and the spirit guides to assist you in your session, okay? So now, before we move ahead, let me just tell you guys how to do it. I didn't want to tell you guys वैसे पहले because फिर इसी में लग जाओगे. मतलब it's so fun, so much of fun that you want to then not stop. It is actually like that. Okay, but I think I should tell you because बहुत suspense हो गया है. So take the pendulum in your non-dominant hand. Okay, keep your dominant hand over the pendulum. Close the palm. Get it near to your chest, and let's connect with the pendulum. You can introduce your name if you want. You can say thank you for coming into my life. And I would love to have your presence. I'm ready to learn, taking guidance from you with full belief and trust. Help me in getting my answers in the best way possible. Also invite your higher self and your spirit guides to guide you through the session in the most beautiful way. All answers I would want and operate through love. Love is the basic energy which will be there. Again, thank you for coming into my life. Thank you. Okay. Now I will ask the pendulum to, so see, the pendulum will keep showing me its yes movement and no movement. Okay. So अभी भी मुझे पता है कि मेरा yes movement, no movement क्या है. Okay, because I've been using this pendulum since a very long time. But my vibrations are also changing day by day. So the movements also change based on my vibrations. Like your tarot cards change based on your vibrations. Similarly, pendulum ka movement also shifts by your vibrations, by the change in your vibrations. Okay. So I simply put my pendulum. So now see, okay, let me hatao the blur. Just give me 1 second. So now this is close to my chest, but still slightly far away so that it is not picking up my chest movements, my heartbeat. Okay. And I'm putting my left hand because I'm a right-handed person. I want you guys to see the hand also, but I don't think hand dikh raha hai. Okay. So I'm putting my left hand around 3 to 4 inches beneath this pendulum. And this pendulum is on my level of my heart. I'm connecting with the pendulum now, and I'm asking the pendulum to show me my yes movement. My dear pendulum, please show me my yes movement. Please show me my yes movement. Show me a clear yes movement. Show me a clear yes movement. Can you see this moving? It's clockwise. Before doing it, please concentrate. You have ample time. Okay? So this is my yes movement. See, it's getting stronger. It's
So it moves like this and there's a tingle in the middle of my left arm.
So why did I tell you to stop and see first and not do it? I'm not answering. Okay, now it will stop. And now I'll say, please show me my no movement. My dear pendulum, please show me my no movement. See, it started with left, right. Okay. And now it's going anti-clockwise. Do you see the change in the movement? So don't have patience. Don't think कि अभी left right गया तो left right ही हो गया. अरे ये तो हो गया types. No, just wait. Stronger, anti-clockwise. Cool. Now, again, please show me the maybe, my maybe movement. So, left to right. Okay. And let's ask that, please show me the not now. No answer now. Front and back. So now all four movements are clear to me, correct? Thank you. All four movements are clear to me. I'll write them down so that I don't get confused. एक साथ में सारे check करूंगी ना तो मैं भी confuse हो सकती हूँ, correct? So I'll write down all my yes, no, maybe and no answer. Now one by one, I want you guys to do it. Kashika, you begin. As I see you top on my, you are on the top of my screen. So you begin. And unmute yourself so that I know when you're talking and what you're asking.
Yeah, Pendulum. Show me my yes movement. Pendulum. Show me my yes movement.
You have to hold it with between your index and your thumb.
मैम ये फिंगर में ना थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
आई डोंट नो, ग्रिप में थोड़ा इशू है तो मैं पेन भी ऐसे पकड़ती हूँ.
चलो ट्राई करो.
बिकॉज मैंने किया था उससे ये ऐसे हो जा रहा है, मतलब एक डिसबैलेंस काइंड ऑफ है.
ठीक है.
ट्राई करती हूँ. Your pendulum. So yes.
अपने लेफ्ट हैंड से थोड़ा ऊपर रखना, 3-4 इंच का गैप पाम से. It should not be sticking to your, yeah.
Your pendulum. Show me my no movement. Your pendulum. Show me my maybe movement. Your pendulum. Show me my maybe.
This is maybe. Okay.
Your pendulum. Show me my no answer now movement. Your pendulum. Show me my no answer now movement.
अगर मूव नहीं कर रहा है तो कई बार ये भी एक मूवमेंट है कि नो आंसर नाउ में इट माइट नॉट मूव एट ऑल.
नहीं मैम हो रहा है, लेफ्ट राइट जा रहा है.
ठीक. डायगोनल जा रहा है. डायगोनल है ना?
नहीं लेफ्ट राइट. हाँ डायगोनल डायगोनल.
डायगोनल.
हॉरिजॉन्टल. हाँ
हाँ हाँ. Cool. So write them down so that you don't forget and maybe and उसमें confuse नहीं हो जाए. Okay. नीति? थोड़ा सा नीचे कर लो स्क्रीन if you can. Yeah, that's good enough. हाथ से थोड़ा ऊपर. हाँ. Yeah. थोड़ा ऊपर, मतलब हाथ नीचे, गैप थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा between your pendulum and your hands. 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches is good.
Dear pendulum, please show me my yes movement. Dear pendulum, please show me my yes movement. Dear pendulum, please show me my no movement. Dear pendulum, please show me my no movement. Dear pendulum, please show me my no movement.
नो में आगे पीछे जा रहा है,
आगे पीछे जा रहे हैं
हो
हाँ.
सकता है, ठीक है.
Dear pendulum, please show me my maybe movement. Dear pendulum, please show me my maybe movement.
एंटी क्लॉक जा रहा है.
Anti-clockwise.
हाँ, so remember this, your yes and no is not same. मतलब yes is
हाँ, I will
clockwise,
write.
no is not. हाँ, yeah, no is not clockwise.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's good fun.
Dear pendulum, please show me no time to answer movement.
No answer now. Yes.
No answer now. Dear pendulum, please show me no answer now movement. Dear pendulum, please show me no answer now movement. Dear pendulum, please show me no answer now movement.
हाँ, तो no answer
Yep.
now में it will be there only, just being there. Okay, it will stop
अच्छा,
like it is now.
stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Move नहीं कर रहा ना, बीच में खड़ा, बीच में है बस.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
हाँ, that is it.
Okay.
It does happen. Yes, that I thought उसके कशिका में मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा था ऐसा होगा, but चल ठीक. Okay. Write them down or you'll get confused because it's different, slightly different.
एक मिनट. No answer now में stop
It's a
था.
stop. हाँ.
Yes में clockwise.
Hmm.
No में front and back.
Yeah, front and back.
And maybe में anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Yes, Vandana.
Okay, so Daksh has not got me my Fevikwik and nor is he about to get it. So I'm
No
doing it
problem.
with the ring.
चलो, let's see how it goes. थोड़ा सा, हाँ. Keep some distance in between, increase the distance between your palm and the pendulum. And the pendulum should be on your heart level, parallel to your heart. ऊपर है, बहुत ऊपर चला गया, थोड़ा नीचे.
Yes. Yes. Clockwise. Yes, movement. Clockwise.
Clockwise, okay.
And there's a tingling in the middle of my palm.
That will happen because of the energy it's throwing.
Please show me, dear pendulum, please show me my maybe.
पहले नो करते हैं, फिर maybe.
Diagonal abdomen.
No.
Maybe.
पहले नो करते हैं usually. Yes के बाद no, फिर maybe. Because आपका maybe, अब देखो क्या आता है, पहले no try करो.
Dear pendulum, please Please show me my phone. Dear Pendulum, please show me my
I think your left hand is too close to the ring. Show us a clear no movement.
Shows a clear no movement. Here, the pendulum made it clear.
Your hand is getting closer. Anti-clock जा रहा है.
Stopping. थोड़ा सा हिल के stopping and it's trembling.
It's trembling. Okay. Let's do it once more. That, dear pendulum, give me a clear indication for my no movement. And just relax yourself. And breathe.
Dear pendulum, please show me a clear no movement. Clear no movement.
I think आपको थोड़ा pendulum को नीचे करना होगा. आपका heart इतना ऊपर नहीं है, थोड़ा नीचे. हाँ.
Clear no movement.
Get your palm slightly closer. ऊपर. बस.
Oh.
What is happening?
It's very centered. थोड़ा सा हिल रहा है, but it's very centered. And there's a tendency to tremble.
Okay. ठीक है. Knowing it's not a proper pendulum also, I would not want to comment much on this. Let's see. And do a not now moment. Maybe क्या था आपका? Maybe क्या था?
Maybe was going diagonally up and down.
Diagonally. Okay. Not now. देखो अब एक बार आप.
Dear pendulum, please show me a not now. Clearly show me a not now. Not now, clearly, louder, wider. Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Okay. So maybe your no is just a stop, a clear stop in between.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
1 minute. Maybe was diagonally up and down. And not now is stop.
No, not now is not stop. Anti-clockwise. Your no was stop. No was not moving.
No answer. No answer now was stop.
हाँ.
And anti-clockwise was no.
नहीं, उल्टा बोल रहे हो. Anti-clockwise was not now. Answer is now. Now not now. No answer.
No, wait. No answer. Please show me a no answer. Clear no answer.
No answer नहीं. Not now. No answer now.
Please show me no answer now. Please show me maybe. Please show me no. Absolute no. Anti-clockwise is no. No answer now is stop. Clockwise is yes, maybe it's diagonally up and down.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. But you will have to redo this once you get your pendulum in place.
So and then I'll bless it and then
Yeah, then you'll cleanse it and then you'll cleansing to sabko karni hai, I'll tell you. But filhal ke liye, this is a makeshift.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Continuing with things ahead. So what types of questions can we ask? Okay. It should be short. What kind of questions may, what type of questions may? The questions which you can ask is, it should be short and articulate, like this, specific to the point. पूरा story बना के नहीं पूछना है pendulum से. Okay. Ask close-ended questions. जिसमें कि you can just get answers as yes or no or maybe. Okay. Some examples could be like, should I wear this kurti today? Are my keys lying in the kitchen? Is my strongest psychic ability clairvoyance? Will I receive that important mail about my job today? Will this house get on rent in this month? And etc. Like, you know, and should I change jobs? Jo bhi. So these questions can lead you on to other close-ended questions to give you more guidance to what you are looking for. Okay. So should I leave my current job? Yes or no? Okay. Should I go back to studies? Yes or no? Should I study teaching? Yes or no? Never ask questions in relation to other people unless you have the permission to do so. Don't ever ask a question that may violate someone else's privacy or anybody's free will. Okay. Like, for example, because at times we get these questions a lot that, you know, does this person have an extramarital or things like that? So don't ask that. Is this person's boyfriend this? Please don't get into all that story. Okay. It is none of our business. And open-ended. So also be very clear. Don't ask, you know, open-ended questions like, what should I do if I quit my job? What pet should I get? These questions are very confusing for your higher self to answer with the pendulum. And the answers will not be accurate. Okay. The pendulum will most likely not move because it is unable to respond to your question only. And when asking important major life questions such as, will I get married? Will I become pregnant? Try not to put any time constraints on these type of questions. So instead of asking, will I become pregnant in my next cycle? We should ask, will I get pregnant at some stage in my life? Okay. This allows for you also to relax. You won't be putting any pressure on yourself or your partner. Okay. Plus, you may be setting up yourself not for any kind of a disappointment, because kahin na kahin you may have wanted to move your pendulum the way you wanted to. Correct. So don't get into that story at all. As simple as that. Correct. Am I clear? सब लग गया पेंडुलम चेक करने में, ये इसीलिए आई वाज नॉट टीचिंग पहले.
नहीं नहीं आई फ्रेमिंग माय क्वेश्चन, मतलब जैसे ये हैदराबाद में अपना घर लेने का मतलब उसमें टाइम लिमिट देना चाहिए कि नहीं, कि दिस ईयर आई विल परचेज और नॉट, ऐसे कर.
Then you should ask that, will I purchase a new house in Hyderabad? पहला तो क्वेश्चन ये होना चाहिए.
अच्छा.
ठीक है. फिर सेकंड आना चाहिए, will I purchase it this year or not?
Okay.
Don't mix up too many things. Okay, then it becomes confusing. So this is something, yes. Now, how it's a good example of not, you know, wording your questions properly is you ask your pendulum, will I find love in the next few days or few months? Okay, people who are looking for love probably. Okay, the pendulum comes to answer you a yes. Great. So now you're excited because you're going to find love with somebody and live happily ever after. जो जिंदगी में कभी भी नहीं होता, जिनका भी भ्रम है ये, यहीं पे तोड़ लो. तो you know, be on a realistic space in your life. So after a few months, what happens? That you go by and you still haven't found your love of life, okay, with somebody, whatever. So, but the pendulum had said yes. So then you start thinking that Kriti was just talking bullshit. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. So before you think you wasted your time in this class or with me and the pendulum didn't work, in those few months, you need to realize you formed a new friendship with somebody, and that somebody and someone has been super important to you. Plus, you found a new cat, and now she is your pet, and you can't imagine your life without her. So you have indeed found love, but in a different way from what you were expecting or you had thought. Okay, so again, wording of your question is very important in having more clear and precise answers from your pendulum. So be very specific when you want to ask something. For example, if you wanted to ask if you would find love or not, you should have asked if you would find a romantic, if you would find romantic love with a partner, and then ask that will I find myself a romantic partner to love in the next few months or not? Or not नहीं बोलते यहाँ पर, sorry. Will I find this? Thus. Or not tarot में बोलते हैं. हाँ. ठीक है, कशिका? समझ आया? Good. Yes. So don't think that I was bullshitting or the pendulum is not working. You need to make your questions right. Okay. Also remember, if your pendulum doesn't answer some of your questions, it's likely because the pendulum's best answers most questions in the here and now. Okay. So kai bar hota you're asking too much of something which is way beyond, it will not answer. So you can ask questions regarding the the future, but free will always play a part in your life, right? Because things change all the time. So there are paths to follow, and a lot of the time there are forks in the road. ये लूंगी कि वो लूंगी, मुझे भी clear नहीं है. So your higher self and guides can help you choose the right path, but you have free will. अगर वो choose करवा भी रहे, but finally the choice is yours. तभी कई बार हमारा कुछ life में बहुत टाइम लग के हम वहां डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचते हैं, बिकॉज हायर सेल्फ तो हमें भेज ही रहा था, बट वहां पे हमारा जो फ्री विल है, जो चॉइस है ना, वो हमने रॉन्ग जगह यूज कर लिया. तो इसलिए एक डिटोर आ जाता है और फिर हम घूम के वहीं पहुंचते हैं. तो ये होता है क्लास 10 क्लास 2 में पहुंचना था, लेकिन 1 के बाद में पहले हम नर्सरी चले गए वापस, फिर किंडरगार्टन करने का मन हो गया थोड़ा सा, फिर प्री स्कूल करने का मन हो गया, फिर 1 को रिपीट किया, फिर 2 में, क्योंकि एक डिटोर ले लिया था हमने बीच में गलती से, एंड दैट वाज द चॉइस वेयर वी यूज्ड आवर चॉइस. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस. सो अगेन, डोंट start thinking that the pendulum is not answering. Okay, next, how do you store your pendulum? So your pendulum is your new best friend now. You guys are already excited. So treat it with all respect and care, like you treat your cards and you treat other things, other things in your life. So it does, कोई और touch करेगा तो it will pick up that person's energy. कहीं भी आप रख दोगे तो वहाँ की energy pick up करेगा. Okay, so you have to give it the best energy, obviously. So create a spot in your space, in your altar if you want. If you're very creative, you can actually sew a bag for it. If you're not that creative, you can buy a pouch. Okay, and start to store it in that space only. Okay, so place a clear quartz or a selenite crystal in the bag so that it gets cleansed, re-cleansed all the time while you're not using it. So uske andar koi stored energy nahi ho. Okay? If you tend to leave your pendulum in a space which is very loud, crazy music, or sound is like very busy and sab kuch na kuch it's buzzing with people, it will pick up a lot of that energy. Okay, even if you have cleansed it after your last use. So, and you want your pendulum obviously to be at its optimal energy so that you can treat it with love, care and appreciation. It should be that level. Okay, so अगर आपने एक pendulum उठाया है और वो वैसी स्पेस से है तो वो आंसर्स भी ऐसे हेवायर ही देगा आपको, ये आप याद रखना. ठीक है, और क्रिस्टल पेंडुलम्स का जो मैंने जैसे आपको जो पेंडुलम भेजा है उनका थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि वो चिप नहीं कर जाए. 1 and second, crystal is very sensitive, they pick up energy very fast. ठीक है, सो उस चीज का ध्यान रखना थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, सो there are times when your pendulum wouldn't work. So, or there will be times when your pendulum, is moving all over the space and it's not making any sense to you. So how do you stop this from happening? So for trying, try not to use pendulums when you're tired, you're very anxious, you're feeling down or depressed, and this may hinder your answers. Okay, so supposedly you've given an exam and the answers are, and the result is supposed to come out, and you are in super stress level right now, supreme stress level, correct? Don't sit down to check with your pendulum कि अच्छा मैं पास हो रही हूँ कि fail. That is not the right time to check it. ठीक है? It will not give you the correct answers. Then if you are very tired, depressed, tab bhi use nahi karna hai. If you are under the effect of alcohol or drugs, tab bhi use nahi karna hai. If you have limited your belief about the pendulum actually working, okay, then also the answers will not be accurate. Be sure that you have cleansed and cleared your energy and the pendulum before you use, okay. Your higher self generally knows when you are not in the right frame of mind to use your pendulum. That is the time also when the answers don't come out. हमें हो सकता है feel नहीं हो रहा हो, but obviously our higher self knows about it, okay. Even if you feel you are, your higher self knows obviously better that if you know, and then don't use a pendulum. And कई बार होता है कि the pendulum which you're using is not the right one for you. कई बार ये भी होता है, ठीक है. Then try and do it with another pendulum and see if the answers come out or not. Listen to your intuition always, okay. And उसके बाद में you can see that maybe at times the weight of the pendulum is also not correct. So तभी मैं ring के लिए थोड़ी सी skeptical थी, because उसका जो weight है और जो आप लोग के पास crystal ball का जो weight है वो equivalent नहीं है, okay. तो कई बार उसके कारण भी right answers नहीं आ पाते. तो इसीलिए using an exact pendulum is always the right choice, okay. So that is how it goes. Then sometimes the string is so long कि वो ठीक से swing नहीं करता, तो आपको उस समय भी समझना पड़ेगा कि ये string जो है ज्यादा long हो गई है. तो कई लोग क्या करते हैं, उसको एक बार घुमा लेते हैं हाथ में. If that is it, it should be about 7 to 8 inches long. तो कई लोग ऐसे करते हैं फिर, ठीक है. They rotate it in their index finger and then they do it, so that it is not that long then, ठीक है. The timing might not be right. Maybe you are very rushed and you just have 10 minutes before you have to reach somewhere, okay, but you want to check, have a quick check with the pendulum. So don't rush yourself into an answer from your pendulum. It will not give you the right answer, okay. So अगर आप कई बार होता है कि you are down and as I told you that that you are using your pendulum and when you're very down, you're just not in the right frame of mind, could hinder the results, and it can actually do the opposite as well, okay. So you do not always need to be happy or vibrating high to use your pendulum. You have to be in a calm state. That is what is important. So I'm very happy and very high in life. That is the time also when I should not be using the pendulum, okay. So you know the two extremes of the pendulum, basically too low, too high, not working. It has to be straight in between, balanced. That is when it is working for you, okay. So patience, discipline, openness, a neutral state, focus are all the vitals which are required for you to use this pendulum, okay. Now we prepare these pendulum circles, or you get them also. You can buy also if you want, okay, where you find the answers. So some of the circles have these yes, no, maybe वाला पूरा scenario बना हुआ. एक सर्कल मैंने आपको भेजा है, आपको हाँ एक सर्कल मैंने आपको भेजा है, वो है. उसके अंदर तो सारे चार्ट्स हैं. इसके अलावा कई बार होता है yes, no, maybe होता है, कई बार होता है खाली चक्रास होते हैं. हाँ, you have this as well. Yes, this is her own buy, हाँ. So don't think that अरे मेरे को ये उसको ऐसा नहीं है. So ये चक्रास का भी होता है, ठीक है. कई बार होता है कि हाँ you have an अच्छा this is what I sent you. Okay, yes. So कई बार चक्रास का भी होता है, कई बार मून साइकिल्स का भी होता है, कई बार स्पेल्स का भी होता है, लव होता है, करियर होता है, कलर्स होता है. The list can just go on, okay. So people use these circles also to find out answers, okay, other than the normal ways, ठीक है. Okay. So now are we in a space to try out a reading? Let's just meditate first slightly, get ourselves to a calm state, and then we'll do questions. Any questions till now? Okay, before I move ahead. Any question anywhere? Anybody? It is actually very simple. Matlab, some things you already know because you guys are already in tarot or angels, and it's the same principle that you have to believe in yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to Trust your higher self. You need to be easy. You need to be calm. If you keep doubting it, it will not work. You have to keep it in a sacred space. नहीं तो वो भी energies वो एक friend की तरह है, उससे connect करते रहो. Correct? तो कई चीजें तो आपको already पता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको नहीं पता है, और आप लोग use भी कर रहे हैं. All clear? Vandana, are you there? All clear? So this is what I had sent to all you guys, right? Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if she is here or not. Vandana, are you there? Can you just let me know? I want to get you guys into a meditation and then go ahead. जब मैंने नया नया सीखा था ना, it was like crazy यार, मतलब you actually go crazy about it, like good fun. So how I was working, if the board was perfectly working or good or not. Niti, the board which you'd ordered ना, हाँ, वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है? How did I check that? So I know I'm not pregnant. I mean, I obviously know that. So I was actually checking that am I pregnant or not? और वो पूरा no की तरफ दिखा रहा था. Then Vikash was, my husband was sitting there. So I was telling him that, what are you asking? I said, I asked this. He said, so how do you know? I said, I know. He said, I said, okay, let me ask the second question. So I said, does Vikash love me or not? And then I was again getting an answer. And then I was like, ये क्या पता तुमको? हम लोग मुझे सारे answers पता हैं. ये सब ऐसे ही है. चलो, आप कहाँ से वापस आ गए? Welcome back.
Thank you.
I thought you slept. Okay. So you did?
5 minutes.
Very nice. Awesome.
I did. Honestly, I did.
Okay. Thank you for telling me the class is so boring that you can sleep as well. Okay.
No,
So,
I told you.
chalo, now I'll make you guys meditate. So please sit with your spine erect and release the Vishnu pose for today. Enough of that. And okay. So close your eyes. Phones on silent. Let's take a long deep breath through the nose and breathe out through your mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Silently saying relax to yourself. One more time. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Centering yourself totally. Just get back to your normal breathing and get down all your focus on your breathing. So you're just an observer of how the air is getting in through your nostrils, in your windpipe, into your lungs, and down in your stomach. And your stomach is expanding. Just an observer, no judgment to be passed. Don't get yourself involved in the breathing process. And while exhaling, the stomach sticks to the back and expels all the air up through the windpipe, out through the lungs, out through your mouth. Just keep observing and just be in that state. Let's observe all the highs and the lows of the breath, the temperature of the air you're blowing in, blowing out, and taking in. How relaxed is it making you feel when you're expelling all the used carbon dioxide out of your body? Now let's just shift our focus and get all our focus right on our crown chakra, which is on the top of our head, slightly towards the back. This is where our spiritual cord is attached with our higher selves. It's an unseen cord, but which can be felt. Exactly the same way how we use puppets. That string and the movement happens. Here, we are not puppets, we have a free will. We have free will and choice. Yet, we are attached to our higher selves in the same way. Sometimes the cord is as thin as your hair. Sometimes it goes thicker, as thick as a rope, or maybe higher. Just connect yourself, balance yourself first. Be in a calm state. Tell yourself, I am totally relaxed and calm. I am totally relaxed and calm. I'm totally relaxed and calm. And then set an intention to connect with your higher self. Call out to your higher self and connect with it. There'll be a sensation in your heart. Maybe you skip a pulse, skip a beat, and feel the connect suddenly. Some energy movement in the chest or in the throat, or a tingling sensation in your third eye, which is in between your eyebrows. You might just feel this. Take it as a connect from your higher self. Or there may be some other way where you feel the presence. It's perfectly fine. Ask the higher self to guide you and help you, as well as thank the higher self first for being there, being your GPS till today and for the years to come, for guiding you the right way and showing you the right path. Thank you, my higher self, for being there, for having my back, and for always chalking out the best path for me. Thank you all the time for your guidance, your love and support. I couldn't have made it this far without you and your support. Thank you for being there for me and guiding me through, as always. Please be with me and guide me in the right way possible. Next, let's connect with the universe and pay gratitude to the universe for being there and guiding us and showing us all available choices and paths on our way. For all the learnings, for all the lessons, for all the support and love, for all the manifestations, and for transmuting all our negative energies into the positive ones. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. With this, just imagine and feel the calmness in your mind, as if it's a quiet swimming pool with no waves, no ripples, no movement, a standstill, calm. That entire calmness is in your mind and in your space. Feel the coolness of this water. Let it guide you through the entire way. Let's get back to the here and now with this calm energy helping us to move ahead in our sessions with the pendulums. 1, 2, 3, and back. All good? Okay, so now let's try out any person on this. Everybody's got this? Vandana, you have this? Yep. So how do you do it? You place it in the center. I'm just tilting it a bit. You place it on this white spot. Okay, to ask the question. So let me ask that, will Kakoli rejoin the class today? Okay. Will Kakoli rejoin the class today? The one who left right now. Okay. So I'm asking the pendulum, my dear pendulum, will Kakoli rejoin the class today? So it's a clear no. इसको सीधा रखना चाहिए मुझे और अब पूछना चाहिए वैसे मैं दिखाने के लिए टेढ़ा कर रही थी ठीक है See, it's moving towards my इस पे जो no लिखा हुआ है ना it's going towards that so I'm not going by यहाँ पे I am not going by its normal typical movements get my point मतलब अभी आप बोलोगे कि आपका no तो anti clockwise था तो जब तक मैंने टेढ़ा किया हुआ था ये anti clock ही दिखा रहा था अब जब मैंने इसको सीधा किया है उसके बाद ये no की तरफ दिखाना शुरू किया है because my anti clockwise was no for me but just because I'm using this chart I need to follow this chart right now then the pendulum will not show you
It's a no.
it's a no right yeah everybody's got a no I guess very clear we all know she will not join back subconsciously or probably all our higher selves know that she's not coming back today okay so what is the next question what do you want to ask will we have rain tomorrow or not or not ये ना टैरो घुसा हुआ ना दिमाग में will we have rain
कौन
tomorrow
से सिटी में कौन से सिटी
कौन
में
से city में you ask for your city अच्छा right
हैदराबाद
correct so ask with the city yes she is in Indore so she will ask Indore
Okay.
you ask Hyderabad we will ask Calcutta so will it rain in Calcutta will it rain tomorrow in Calcutta क्या तुरंत नो आ गया यार कशिका क्या आ रहा है आंसर नो नो रेन्स फॉर अस यार सैड
मेरा तो रीफ्रेज आ रहा है
सो कहीं करने क्या क्या पूछा था
will it rain tomorrow in Hyderabad tomorrow will it rain in Hyderabad tomorrow rephrase
ठीक है तो वापस एक बार ट्राई करो क्या था
It will not rain in Indore tomorrow.
वेरी नाइस हमारे भी नहीं आने वाली बारिश सो विल इट रेन टुमारो इन हैदराबाद
rephrase.
कुछ और पूछो. Will you have a thunderstorm in Hyderabad tomorrow?
Okay.
बहुत चिपकाया हुआ नहीं है ना, थोड़ा सा ऊपर रखा है ना, गैप है.
हाँ.
I'm getting a no for Hyderabad rain tomorrow.
No.
Oh,
Thunderstorm के लिए no आया. Rain के लिए rephrase.
रेन के लिए अभी डिसाइडेड नहीं है. Probably. Might mood change can happen. Okay, so what questions do you want to ask now? So I wanted to show you guys these charts also, which I will show you, but let's concentrate on this chart first. So something you would want to do with
I wanted
alphabets.
to, yeah, I wanted to understand the month thing. How do we do that? The month.
So from a question for the month, that will my flat go for rent? Will it go for rent in the month of July? Will I be able to put my flat for rent in the month of July 2022?
Can I ask for Daksh?
Yes, you can, if he gives you the permission. I like the smile on your face.
What I exactly wanted to know कि आपने वो जो वो दिया है नवंबर और ये
हाँ.
सब वो कैसे चेक कर?
वैसे ही तो अभी अब जुलाई का बोला ना, जैसे मैं देखो अभी
हाँ.
मैं चेक करती हूँ कि will Kashika be able to put her in which month will Kashika be able to put her?
मेरा फ्लैट रेंट तो हो गया.
और तब तो कुछ और पूछो, कुछ और बताओ.
मेरा हैदराबाद का फ्लैट का पूछो.
अच्छा, so by when will Neeti Agarwal be able to in which month will Neeti Agarwal be able to buy a flat? Buy a flat in Hyderabad. October.
अच्छा.
देखो वो ना ऐसे पूछने पे आपका पेंडुलम अपने आप ही उस मंथ की तरफ जाने लगेगा.
Okay.
And it's a half movement usually from the center till the end. So you will get only 1 month. But 1 month will be focused on. You guys try same way.
For me next.
Acha, let me ask for Daksh, sorry. Then in which month will Daksh get engaged for marriage? In which month will Daksh Varman get engaged for marriage? अप्रैल दिखा रहा है ये, नेक्स्ट ईयर मतलब.
Okay. देखो
क्या होता है. तब तक maybe he is mentally prepared.
I'll just get your plugs.
Yeah. Okay. Similarly, we did for month. You can also do what would be Kashika's next boyfriend's initial. So what is Kashika Arora's next new boyfriend's initial letter, initial alphabet? See, it started with O and I was wondering O se kya hoga? So it came to P.
P आ रहा है.
P आ रहा है? Wow, see, cross check also, correct. अब P के हिसाब से नाम ढूंढो.
Search for P.
Search for P.
Friend list देखती हूँ पहले. P कौन?
अच्छा, जैसे सपोज हम लोग कर रहे हैं मंथ का, तो नवंबर में ऐसे ऐसे वो हो रहा है, तो नवंबर और अप्रैल दोनों में हो रहा है.
नहीं तो पूरा नहीं जा रहा होगा. जस्ट चेक, वो एक तरफ ही एनर्जी ज्यादा दिखाएगा, आधे से ही शुरू हो जाएगा. वो पूरे में नहीं जाना चाहिए, मेरे पूरे में नहीं जाता है नॉर्मली.
अच्छा, वही मैंने फ्लैट का मैंने भी पूछा तो नवंबर और अप्रैल दोनों में जा रहा था इधर उधर.
नहीं, एक बार वापस पूछो और बीच में से करो. कीप इट ऑन द सेंटर राइट एंड देन स्टार्ट.
अच्छा. एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घूम रहा है।
उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, अगर आप उस चार्ट पे यूज कर रहे हो तो चार्ट पे देखो।
हाँ अच्छा,
और आपका एंटी क्लॉक क्या था? मे बी।
एक सेकंड। हाँ
कहाँ पे घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज? वो तो पूरे चार्ट पे
मिडिल
घूम
में
रहा
ही।
होगा। हाँ
हाँ
नहीं, उसको बोलो कि वापस क्वेश्चन मन में बोलो एंड गिव मी अ क्लियर आंसर।
Will Shobhit and I be going to see Downton Abbey tonight?
नहीं मिल रहा है क्लियर आंसर।
बिकॉज यू आर अटैच्ड टू द क्वेश्चन
अच्छा
इमोशनली।
हाँ
So I see, I was also, I never check all this, okay, but just for fun I was checking that when will I conceive. Okay, usually I don't do all this. So first time I did it, I didn't get an answer because again I got, you know, I started having some emotions inside, so I started to calm myself and then I did it again. फिर एक
तो
आंसर
जनरल क्वेश्चंस क्या क्या पूछ सकते हैं जिससे हम लोग अटैच भी नहीं है,
अरे
किसी
बट
का
कृति
फ्री
का
विल
आंसर
भी
तो
नहीं
सुनने
है।
दो, क्या बोला वो?
अच्छा ओके सॉरी सॉरी बोलो।
कोई और चेक करो ना तो फ्री कंफर्म हो जाएगा। वैसे आई एम नॉट डाउटिंग दिस
अच्छा,
आंसर।
तुम्हारा क्या था?
हाँ सितंबर। ओके सो हाँ जैसे कुछ भी यार, आज मेड आएगी कि नहीं आएगी, और when will I buy a car, or you know if my husband will get a promotion this year, or if he'll get an increment, will he change his job, by when can he change, मतलब you know by when में आएगा कि in which month can he change his job, then should we have a pet in the house. हाँ
आपके लिए मेरा आ रहा है अक्टूबर।
कोई नहीं, सितंबर से विंडो ओपन है। कभी ना कभी तो हो ही जाएगा। कूल। सो और कोई क्वेश्चंस बताओ, मतलब और कुछ पूछो, जैसे कि
When will I earn 1 lakh rupees a month?
when will you earn 1
Wow,
lakh?
everybody's dream.
यस
So when will I earn is again open ended.
Which month will I earn?
Which month will I earn 1 lakh rupees as income?
व्हिच
So how
मंथ
do
विल
we do this?
कशिका।
So you put
एक
it,
मिनट।
you put it in the center, okay, on the white spot, थोड़ा सा gap रखकर,
हाँ।
like you were putting it on your hand, na? Similarly, and you ask in which month will I earn 1 lakh rupees income.
हाँ
So the movement, you'll start to see the movement going. So don't judge
हाँ
the movement right now. Just see which month is it focusing on.
ओके सो आई एम आस्किंग फॉर कशिका ओनली।
तो
इन व्हिच मंथ कशिका
let's
विल,
see.
इन व्हिच मंथ कशिका।
मेरे को तो अगस्त दिखा रहा है,
तो भी
आपको भी? अरे वाह, cool.
जुलाई अगस्त इससे चाह रहा था।
हाँ, आपको 15?
I just asked which month would my product make their first sale, so that was going more towards July.
जुलाई, ठीक है, so जुलाई, cool.
मैंने
I did
कशिका के लिए पूछा,
हाँ
मैंने कशिका के लिए पूछा, मुझे दिसंबर दिखा रहा है।
ओके, हमें मेरे को अगस्त दिखाया, उसको जुलाई दिखाया, आपको दिसंबर। अब कशिका वैलिडेट करेगी ग्रुप पे कब से कब शुरू हो रहा है।
हाँ
So जिसका जो आंसर आया, remember and then validate on the group that this happened. This did happen. So I will also validate if by any chance I conceive in September or October. If
Okay.
I do. Vandana, you're on mute. अभी भी आपने वीडियो ऑफ कर दिया गलती से। So what will be the zodiac for Kashika? Suji, Kashika बोली पीछे ही पड़ गए मेरे। What will be the zodiac of Kashika Arora's new boyfriend?
वाओ,
बचो
मैं
यार,
भी ये
बचो।
पूछती हूँ।
लिब्रा आया है।
मेरे को पहली लिब्रा आया था, मैंने
अरे!
पहले चेक किया।
पीएल लिब्रा। अब 2 चीजें पता है। यस So all guys whose names are with P and initial P and Librans.
सोचती हूँ.
Now you can narrow your search. Okay.
अरे मेरा भी लिब्रा आया, सेम क्वेश्चन.
अरे देखा? See?
वैसे भी my normal best friends and mom जिससे मैं बहुत close हूँ वो लिब्रा नहीं है.
You're a Piscean, na, yourself? Know that. I remember that.
You're also Pisces.
Yes, I am also a Piscean. Vandana, yes, please tell me, you've been struggling. What are you struggling with? अरे unmute तो कर लो भाई. Unmute.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
what happened was there was a phone call, big basket delivery. Since we've shifted away to the middle of the jungles, we depend on apps.
Okay, okay. So will the
Acha,
big basket guy find your house properly or not?
Yes, he will. I can tell you that because he's taken my pura address.
But still it shows no. The change in expression. Yes. Tell me.
Will the big basket find my
Even she's
home
doing
or
this
not?
now. Good.
मेरा तो नो ही दिखा रहा है, पक्का
देखा?
नो दिखा रहा है.
मैंने भी बोला नो, आपने बोला कि नहीं मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. अभी वो जाके खोजेगा वहां पे पहुंचने के बाद भी और 4 बार फोन करेगा.
अच्छा, ask for Twam Nakrati. My answer was July. The first sale would be in July. Twam.
Okay. Okay. Twam. है ना?
Twam.
Okay. So when will Twam have its first product sale? Successful product sale. In which month will Twam have its first successful product sale? Showing January to me.
January.
So January and July are opposite, but the movement is towards January
Yeah.
and not towards July.
Achha, mine was to January and July. First it went the other side, but then now even the second time. Okay, yours was showing September, right? You want me to recheck that? When will Krati conceive?
मैंने भी सेम क्वेश्चन किया, मुझे मार्च दिखा रहा है. तो हम वाला.
Twam वाला. Okay. But almost हमारे सारे आंसर सेम आए हैं सबके. एक दो छोड़ के. है ना?
It's telling me to rephrase Krati's question.
Because you're asking Krati and you're not asking Kriti. So this pendulum knows that there's no Krati in this world.
When will Kriti conceive?
When, in which month will Kriti conceive successfully?
In which month will Kriti conceive? In which
बस
month?
10-15 मिनट.
Which month will Kriti conceive? Which month will Kriti conceive? It's still showing me rephrase.
आपका
बंद हो
pendulum
गया.
आएगा तब चेक करना.
ठीक है. बाकी तो मोटा मोटी सभी का वही दिखा रहा था.
बाकी वो सबका सब.
Anybody else who wants me to confirm anything else?
Try. Ask Kashika Arora's. What will be Kashika Arora's next zodiac of a new boyfriend?
What will be Kashika Arora's baby's zodiac? Baby zodiac, ना?
नहीं, उसकी शादी भी नहीं हुई अभी तक. वैसे जरूरी नहीं है शादी होना बच्चे के लिए, but technically, but मतलब boyfriend का पूछ रहे थे वैसे तो हम लोग.
अच्छा, what is Kashika Arora's boyfriend's zodiac?
I know
Come
आपके
on.
answers.
December?
देखो zodiac का December में क्या दिखा रहा है, वहाँ पे zodiac का भी column है. There's a round.
Acha. Okay.
The green one is zodiac. But see
What
what is
will be
happening,
the-
Vandana, 1 minute. What is happening? Your weight is not equally distributed in the pendulum. You have tied the pendulum to the corner of your ring. It should be in the center of the backside of the ring. You get it? It's not equidistant. There is a weight balance issue. Okay, guys. So got a hang of it, and it is very easy and very simple, right? But cleansing करना जरूरी है, चाहे आप sage smoke से करो, अगरबत्ती के धुएं से इसको कर लो, या sunlight से करो, या moonlight में charge करो, या plant में भी रख सकते हो, ठीक है? You bury it in the plant, या फिर salt के bowl में रख सकते हो, and then flush the salt down the commode. Okay?
So how long do we keep it on the salt bowl?
So 1 night is good enough, or few hours
One
is also
night.
good enough. Because if you're using crystal, then 1 night will be too much for the crystal to handle. Then do it for maybe, a couple of hours maximum.
Okay, Kratika, Kriti, something very unrelated to this.
When
But
will
Kriti,
Vandana start to remember that my name is Kriti?
when I met you, it was Kriti. When I mail you, it is Kriti. Over here, it becomes Krati. Do not ask me why.
I'm asking the pendulum now. I've stopped asking you.
Acha, can I ask you something, Abhi?
Yeah, please.
So, how do I clean diamonds?
Same like you clean crystals. You
Salts.
can salt diamonds will be very harsh. So for diamonds, it will be very harsh. You can do it with sage, or you can do it with this thing also. Incense का धुआं, धूपबत्ती के धुएं से भी होता है cleanse.
I have mogra.
चलेगा, any धूपबत्ती is good.
तो उसको कैसे करना है? बस धूपबत्ती जला के उसके ऊपर रख देनी है.
इंटेंशन सेट करना है. धूपबत्ती जलाने के बाद में उसके धुएं में आपको अपने इयररिंग्स को रखना है, या जो भी डायमंड है आपके पास में, जैसे भी फॉर्म में है.
ये ठीक है?
वो बीच में होना चाहिए, बस मुझे अब दिखाई नहीं दे
बीच.
रहा. हाँ ठीक है.
It is. Okay, so what is Kashika Arora's boyfriend's zodiac?
New boyfriend zodiac. She doesn't have a current boyfriend. That is what
Achha.
I was updated last.
So it seems to be Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. हम लोग का 3 का लिब्रन आया था क्या? Okay, ठीक है. Now she has 2 options.
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Maybe he has a very strong Aquarius ascendant.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hmm.
So basically, हाँ, ask.
एक चीज पूछना था कि मैम देखिए ये आपने दिया है, मेरे पास और भी एक पेंडुलम और 2 पेंडुलम है, तो how do I do it? Do I use this or that, or
So it depends upon you. I would just say if you're starting, start with this. Then you get a hang of it. You can graduate to any other you want, because this is the best one to start with.
अच्छा नहीं मतलब ये एक ऐसा है which is of rose quartz.
Rose quartz. हाँ ठीक है, you can use that, but फिर सबको प्रोग्राम करना होगा और सबको क्लेंस करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. और कई बार क्या होता है, जैसे हम एंजल के लिए एक अलग ही पेंडुलम यूज करते हैं, हम उनसे एवरीडे क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछते. और जैसे हम अपने लिए एक ही पेंडुलम रखते हैं, हम औरों के क्वेश्चंस उससे नहीं पूछते. तो यू कैन डू इट लाइक दैट आल्सो.
जैसे टैरो के लिए करते हैं हम, like you know,
Exactly
एक
like
self
that.
और एक,
हाँ, एक कार्ड्स अपने लिए करते हैं, एक दूसरे को लिए करते हैं. Similarly, right? So then it is very clear कि कौन किसका कैसे यूज करना है. So see that invest in 3 crystals or 2 crystals, put it in your bag, store it properly, cleanse it before you use it and after you use it. Okay. And generally ask, it's a 2-minute thing, 1-minute thing. What is my yes movement? What is my no movement? And show me my maybe movement and no, not now. क्योंकि आपके वाइब्रेशन चेंज होते हैं, आपके मूवमेंट्स भी चेंज होते हैं. ठीक है, रिमेंबर दैट. पुराने पे रह जाओगे और फिर पूछते जाओगे और वो आंसर कुछ बता रहा है और समझ कुछ आ रहा है. इट विल बिकम लाइक दैट. ठीक है. So there are certain things like cards are there, which I'll just show you on. I'll send a couple of them on WhatsApp. You can see if you just have a look.
मैम एक और चीज पूछना था जो आप
What do
क्लेंजिंग
you
का
mean by
बोले.
other energies might be there?
Other energies might be there.
You said that you must always clean it afterwards. So like I was using
हाँ.
the ring right now. Now that the class is ending, I've removed it. So should I wash it again? But why? What are the energies?
So it will keep picking up energy. So now you've asked Kashika's question, you've asked Neeti's question, you've asked my question. So हमारी सारी energies उसमें जाके entangle हो जाएंगी.
Okay.
ठीक है? और आप खुद
ठीक
की
है.
भी पूछते हो तो भी cleanse करना चाहिए.
ठीक है.
मैंने एक चार्ट भेजा है अभी WhatsApp पे. You guys can have a look. So these are certain you get charts like these. इसमें तो basic days दिया हुआ है शायद. क्या डाला है मैंने? हाँ, days of the month. हाँ, days है. ऐसा बहुत सारी चीजों के लिए आता है. एलर्जेंस के लिए, पोल्यूटेंट्स के लिए, एक्टिवेशंस के लिए, कौन से पोर्टल से आप वर्क कर रहे हो, 3D 5D 4D 6D, ठीक है. एंजल्स, आर्कएंजल्स के लिए, कलर्स के लिए, वाइब्रेशंस के लिए. So that is a separate thing which is, which you can buy if you want. But this is how this works. But this chart is quite complete if you ask me. It has many things together. Right? There are many things which are connected to it and covered in this. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question anywhere else in regards to this?
So ma'am cleaning के बारे में you were saying.
What is this 1 2 numbers?
तो अपने कई बार पूछ सकते हैं ना, in how many months, you can also ask that in how many months will Daksh get engaged in.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
हाँ, cleaning के लिए.
So how will we know that the cleaning is done? Like, we are seeing that the rotation is there. Then
Rotation is there. Cleaning, so it's again intuitive. It's not here. It's here in the heart, right? You get a signal that it is done. If your thing is also going haywire, then you know that it has absorbed a lot of energies. Correct? तो cleaning हो जाता है usually. मतलब आपको पता चल जाएगा कि हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है, kind of scenario. Okay? और क्या है बताओ?
तो वो क्लेंजिंग हर बार डाउजिंग के पहले और डाउजिंग के बाद करना है, अगरबत्ती से चलेगा?
चलेगा. सेज, अगर सेज बर्न कर सकते हो तो सेज बर्न कर लो, उसके धुएं से भी स्मच कर सकते हो, वो भी कर सकते हो.
ओके. इसमें ये जो इतने सारे साइंस है उसका क्या मतलब है?
बताओ क्या क्या साइंस है? मेरे पास वो है नहीं फिलहाल.
सिंबल्स, बहुत सारे सिंबल्स. आई डोंट थिंक सो. खाली
वो है ज़ोडिएक के बनाए हुए, देखो ठीक से, ज़ोडिएक सिंबल्स बनाए.
ज़ोडिएक के तो 12 होते हैं, इसमें
हाँ.
12 से ज्यादा है.
I'll check the photo and I'll let you know इसमें क्या क्या सिंबल्स है.
हाँ.
ठीक है. But हाँ. So this board is good. If you guys want, you can buy this board. This is a nice one. It is an MDF board. I mean, ये तो चलो I send to you कि एक right away you need something to do on. ठीक है. But if you want, you can invest in that too. That is a nice board. So yes, any question, think about it. It will just randomly go through your mind and then just see. So clearing of house space is good. You can do that regularly. That is something which you should practice. Okay. And you can check your food ka thing also. Is it hygienic or not hygienic? Okay. Agar if you are in lactose intolerant, then you can check कि इसमें कोई milk component है कि नहीं है, etc. etc. But be creative about it. For practice, you have to think creatively and then start doing it. Okay. Then how nutritious is this food which I'm having? Like, is it good or enough or not? Then और क्या? If you have potted plants and if you want to see will it flower today or not, you can check that. Will it give you a flower today or not? Will a flower bloom or not? Vandana has now got interested in it. You are on mute.
So I'm on Insta and उसपे किसी ने लिखा कि मस्टर्ड की खली and गोबर mix करके you water your plants. तो दूसरे दिन they're all dead. I said ये क्या हुआ? Then I called up my mommy who's very good with plants. She said तुम season तो देखो. इस सीजन में कोई मस्टर्ड डालता है प्लांट्स में?
गर्मी में और
I
गर्मी.
said okay, but अभी तो फिर हाँ गर्मी में और गर्मी. So now I'm waiting for them. Yeah, I can ask if they will regenerate
Yes.
at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
तो किसी पे अगर किसी
I
को
can do
बोलते हैं
that.
ना कि बुरी नजर लग गई है टाइप से वो भी, तो you can also clear it with this energy. You can do chakra clearing with this. So it's a part of my chakra class, but you can do it. Like, you can place you can, if you have that human figure wala photo, generally all these Reiki and all our pranic healers, everybody has that. So you can place that and call the energy of that person on this and then clear the chakras and send back the energy. Don't forget to not send back. वो बेचारे के चक्रा क्या क्लियर हो, ये पंगे में और फंस जाएगा. तो send back the energy. ठीक है? तो you can do that too. I'm just telling for people who know how to use Reiki and pranic, उनके लिए easy है करना. They can do this. या फिर अपना खुद का भी चक्रा जब कर सकते हो. Sit like this and put your hand below and just start saying that, my dear pendulum, please cleanse my root chakra. I start with my root. Okay. See, somewhere the thing is that it is probably showing slightly blocked right now. I say I should not be using the pen. No, I can. No, I'm chumming, so I should not be using the pendulum on myself today. But anybody else can try it.
But why not if you're
And
chumming,
yeah,
Kriti?
then pregnant and people who are chumming, slightly avoid pendulums on those people because it has
Why?
high vibration. Chumming तो मेरा personal वो है, आप कर सकते हो किसी पे, लेकिन pregnant ladies पे pendulum नहीं use करते. ठीक है? किसी की डेथ टाइप पूछने के लिए पेंडुलम नहीं यूज करते हैं और किसी का फीटस का जेंडर चेक करने के लिए पेंडुलम नहीं यूज करते. ओके, these two things no.
Okay.
You can cleanse your own chakras also. We're simply putting it in your hand and then taking the name of each chakra and it will start cleansing it. So कभी बहुत low feel कर रहे हो, suddenly बाहर से आए हो and you're not in your space, just keep the pendulum and keep saying that, please cleanse my energy, my own self energy, without talking about chakras, and then you'll be in a better space. Then do the chakras once you are in normal balance back again. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes,
So I
no,
can
and
just
maybe
wash it with soap and water.
No, only running water.
Running water. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Just running water.
Yeah. Yes, Niti?
yes, no और maybe का वो directions भी pendulum का हर बार पूछना है ना.
पूछ लो तो बेटर है क्योंकि आपके वाइब्रेशंस का कॉपी चेंज. जब मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम पेंडुलम सीखा था और यूज किया था तो मेरा नो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज था, मेरा यस क्लॉकवाइज था. टाइम इट हैज चेंज.
Okay.
This is also how our mind works. How is your wiring inside? It totally works on that. क्या चेक किया कशिका? म्यूट.
तो मामरा का तबीयत थोड़ा ठीक नहीं रहता तो वही चेक करी थी that how was their energy of illness. I was clearing whatever mentally they are not feeling okay about, because a lot of time you're physically not that I mean still healing but mentally you're very sick. So
okay. Good. So I think we are good. Everybody is clear with whatever. अगर कोई questions आए, the group is active. Please send your questions there. Okay. I will also share this recording. I'll put it on YouTube and then I'll send it across because इतना बड़ा file है, WhatsApp पे जाएगा नहीं. So you can go through this recording once again if you have any doubts anywhere. And I hope it was worthwhile attending the class and it did make any sense to you guys, or some sense basically. Okay. तो आप लोग ने बहुत yawn किया, but thank you नहीं सोने के लिए. Vandana, I'm not thankful to you. You slept. So yes. Anyways, okay guys, then have a good evening. Thank you for taking out time and being here, and enjoy dowsing now. Yes.
thank you for
Thank
teaching.
you.
Thank you. Take care. See you. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.